Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an updated cleanser collection. I haven't done one of these in a long time, at least over a year. Still a lot of similar, same cleansers that I've talked about before that I really love. Some new additions. So, I'm a big cleansing oil balm, sorry, my hair is shedding. Cleansing oil balm lover. I don't love foaming cleansers as much. There's a few ones that I find that I like here and there. My skin is... What is my skin? It used to be very combination oily. It's a little more just combination. I don't find it to be as oily, and it can be very normal some days. Sometimes dry in the cheeks, and just depending on the weather, that time of the month, my skin's very affected by hormones as well. So I don't tend to use a lot of foaming cleansers because they just dry the heck out of my skin. And I like a lot of oils and balms and creams and gels. So let's get started. I'm going to start first with a cleansing oil that I absolutely love. I've loved it for years. It's probably, it may be my favorite cleansing oil brand of all time. And it's the Amaura cleansing oils. This was a limited edition one that I have. I love all of them. There's a few different ones. A lot of people ask me which one I recommend. I really like the AO, the antioxidant one. And, for it being one of my favorite cleansing oils, I haven't used them in a long time because I'm always testing other things, but I always have one in my collection because I love to go back to it. It was the cleansing oil that got me started on loving cleansing oils. And it's truly, I feel like they were the pioneers of cleansing oils. Other brands may have done it before, but I think Amaura really, they just do such a great job at formulating it. It breaks down makeup beautifully. And I really noticed a difference in my skin when I first started using Amaura cleansing oils. I noticed how my skin cleared up a lot more. My skin was less oily. It was breaking out a lot less. It's just a really good formulation and cannot recommend it enough. You can buy them, I believe, from the Amaura US website, which I'll link below. And there's a bunch of different ones. I've tried almost all of them. Maybe not some of the newer formulations, but I have loved all of the formulas. They have slight differences here and there, but to be honest, you couldn't go wrong with any of them. All right, what's next? The Wren Ascenta Folia Cleansing Balm, Purity Cleansing Balm. This is great, especially if you have very sensitive skin and you're affected by, fragrance or different types of ingredients. This is very, very gentle, creamy, nourishing to the skin. It's great at removing makeup and also being used as a second cleanse. I typically double cleanse in the evening, once to remove my makeup and then a second cleanse just to kind of nourish my skin. I like to go in with maybe a creamy cleanser, a milk cleanser, a gel cleanser. And then in the morning, I like just something very lightweight. I don't tend to use a cleansing oil in the morning. I like to use just something creamy and smooth, sometimes a gel, just something that's very easy and makes my skin feel very soft and smooth afterwards. Oh my goodness. All right, I think last time I did a cleanser video, I don't know whether I featured this, and it's the Is Clinical Warming Honey Cleanser. The name says it all. It is a warming honey cleanser. It has royal jelly and raw honey. It helps to gently exfoliate the skin just because you're rubbing it into the skin. It literally feels like honey, but not very sticky. It is gorgeous. I don't like it to remove makeup because also when I use a cleanser to remove makeup, my second cleanse is the cleanser that I want to really get to my skin. Like when I'm using something to remove my makeup, obviously I want it to break down and I want it to work well on my skin, but the second cleanser is getting right onto my bare skin. So a cleanser like this, it's very nourishing, very calming. Honey is incredibly healing and nourishing to the skin. This is something I want to use as a second cleanse so I can get it right onto my bare skin and it can really reap the benefits of all the ingredients. I cannot say enough great things about this. I haven't featured this yet, I just realized, and it is wonderful. The Alpha H Balancing Cleanser with Aloe Vera. Alpha H just came to the States. They're now on Sephora. the US Sephora website, and I love the Liquid Gold, which is an exfoliating toner. It's kind of like a cult classic by them. They are known for it. And the Balancing Cleanser, it's just like a creamy lotion cleanser. Very calming, very soothing, feels almost cooling on the skin. It has aloe vera, so this is something I love to use as a second cleanse or even as a morning cleanse. It just helps to wake up my skin, but it's very nourishing and calming. The Strivectant Moisture Matrix Melting Cleanser. This is a melting cleanser. It's like a jelly texture, and it breaks down. You rub it in, and then it breaks down to an oil, and then you add milk, and you add water, and it turns to a milk and rinses right away. Wonderful at removing makeup, makes the skin feel nice, soft, smooth. I mean, maybe the cleansers do similar things. Maybe there's like a brand that appeals to you, or something that you've had your eye on before. But a lot of the cleansers do very similar things, so my descriptions of them, sadly, will sound very similar. Next is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Makeup Melting Cleansing Balm. This is a fantastic cleansing balm for removing makeup. First of all, it's a fantastic price point. Second of all, it's like no muss, no fuss. It just gets the job done. Cuts through makeup easily. I don't wear waterproof mascara, so a lot of you will ask me what gets rid of waterproof mascara. I don't know. I don't wear it, so I think cleansing oils, cleansing balms. I mean, a lot of these can really cut through really heavy makeup, but I just love this. It's very light and easy to use, but so effective and such a great price point. Okay, what's next? Just decide where I'm putting all of the ones I've talked about already. Oh, the Kate Somerville Cold Cream Cleanser. Talked about this before and how much I love it. It really is like a cold cream. It's like Pond's cold cream, but so much better. It's really creamy, really fluffy, does an amazing job. It's hard to see here with my lighting. Does an amazing job at removing makeup. It feels just very cooling on the skin, very nourishing. If you like a cold cream feel, you will completely love that. The Barbara Sturm Enzyme Cleanser. I didn't pull out my Tacha enzyme rice powder. I forgot to pull that out, which I have and I love. This is new to me that I just tried, and has vitamin C and enzymes, small enzyme powder, like really, really small granules that you put into your hand, add water, and it's a slight manual exfoliation, but the granules are so fine that it's not really going to irritate your skin. And it doesn't really foam up too much. You add some water and it kind of turns to like this creamy paste and then rinses away. It's really, really lovely. Very gentle. So if you wanted to try an enzyme powder or you like a slight manual exfoliation, that is a great one to try. I love a few brands have come out with double cleansers, meaning like a double cleansing set. And as someone that loves to double cleanse, I love that. So this is the Pestle and Mortar double cleansing set. There's a gel cleanser and then the cleansing balm. So I like to use the cleansing balm first and then the gel cleanser second. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful set. The balm cleanser is just like a nice, no muss, no fuss balm cleanser. And this gel cleanser, it's kind of like a creamy gel, and you kind of massage in the skin, add some water. It doesn't foam up too much, but it gets a little, a slight creamy foam, but nothing too drying. Then we have, of course, my Elemis Pro-Collagen Cleansing Balm. Trusty Elemis Pro-Collagen Cleansing Balm. I have this, and I also have the limited edition Rose one. They're very, very similar. The Rose one obviously has rose in it, and it's a little bit creamier, I feel. A little bit more calming and creamy, but I love them both. I love them to remove makeup. They just do such a great job. It is a great cleansing balm if you are new to cleansing balms, because it's not too oily, and it has a great texture, and it makes your skin very smooth, very radiant, very fresh looking afterwards. It's very rare that I recommend this to someone, that someone comes back to me and is like, I really did like it. It's kind of one of those cleansing balms that I feel very comfortable that most people will love. Other ones here and there, they'll be like, I may not like the texture here and there, but I feel like this is a really it's like a sure thing most of the time. I'm sure there's like exceptions everywhere, but I really, and I keep going back to it. I have numerous tubs of it and I just always go back to it. It's just a staple for me, and it never fails. It's always consistent. This is a newer brand to me that I had tried, and it's by this brand called Activist, and it's a cleansing balm. It's a more natural brand. This cleansing balm it's like a salve almost. It's like this really thick, it's not as oily as it is more of a thick salve, and it's really amazing. I like to use this when I have really thick cleansing balms. I like to massage it into the skin. I wouldn't use something like that to remove makeup because I really want all the rich ingredients in that to sit on my skin. So I will use it as a second cleanse, massage it into damp like skin, and then leave it on for maybe 1 to 2 minutes. Then take a warm washcloth and rinse it away. Heaven. Your skin just feels heavenly afterwards. Next, the Dermalogica Special Cleansing Gel. You know, for cleansing gels, I don't really love this one too much. It's a little too foamy for me. And so they had sent this to me in a package, and I've tried it before. It's very like no muss, no fuss, but for me, it's like no muss, no fuss, no thank you. I like other no muss, no fuss cleansers. The Elem, okay, first of all, the name of this, hi Elem, love you. You need to change this name. Perhaps a gentle creamy facial wash instead of gentle foaming facial wash, because it's not. It barely foams, which I love. It's very creamy. It's like a creamy balm. It should be called gentle creamy balm facial wash that you'll instantly love, because it is not very foaming at all, which, like I said, is wonderful. I love this as a morning cleanse, especially just when I want something creamy and almost to like massage my skin to wake it up in the morning. This is fantastic. Another Elem cleanser that I adore, the Superfood Facial Wash. This is, it's like a nice kind of a wobbly gel texture, very cooling, very fresh. I feel like this would be a great cleanser. It's a great second cleanse, but something great in the summertime when you want something cooling and refreshing onto the skin. And this, even after like a workout or something, or you've been in the sun all day, it just feels wonderful on the skin. After I rinse, my skin feels very, like I said, refreshed, energized. The Lom Gel Balm Cleanser. I know this is gonna be a little crazy, but I almost like this more than the regular Lom, which I have here somewhere. The regular Lom, the texture is a little sometimes chunky, and it's a little more exfoliating, deep cleansing in my mind. This is very creamy, very smooth. I'll link the blog post where I did swatches of these two side by side so you can see. And it's lovely. Removes makeup beautifully and just leaves my skin feel very soft, smooth. But like I said, it's much creamier than the original Lom. Another IT Cosmetics cleanser I love, I only have a tiny little sample of this though, is the Confidence in a Cleanser. It's a cleansing serum. It's really just like a cleansing gel, but not very foamy. It's more of a creamy gel that turns to a milk when you add water. Oh, I love this stuff. It is so wonderful. The texture and the way it makes my skin feel afterwards, it immediately impressed me. And once again, it's a great price point. Another great price point, Creamy Cleanser by Pixi, the Rose Cream Cleanser. This is just that. It has rose, a chamomile flower. It's lovely, very creamy, very hydrating, very soothing, great second cleanse. I've tried the Glow Mud Cleanser from Pixi, and it's like a mud cleanser that's supposed to be exfoliating. I like this cleanser by Pixi. The Nourishing Balm Cleanser, I liked it at one point, then I went back to it, and it just was too hard to remove. Like, I really needed a washcloth to remove it, and I was like, okay, I don't really like that anymore. So right now, I'm liking the Rose Cream Cleanser. Now, if you've been with me for quite some time, as I always say, thank you. And you will know that I've talked about this cleanser for years, Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish. It's like a fluffy, whipped, creamy texture, and you use a muslin cloth to remove it. I don't always need a muslin cloth, but it's, I don't know, it's just like it's a classic. It's a rich cream, and it instantly removes makeup, And it was right when I first started blogging, so I always had like a soft spot for this cleanser because it was something new that I discovered, and I featured it on my blog, and I was so, I mean, it had been around. It wasn't like I was like breaking the news on it, but I was, you know, new to blogging, and I loved discovering new skincare products. And this really, I just fell in love with it, and I loved using it. Now, if you have very sensitive skin and a lot of fragrances bother you, I really fell in love with this Dove Derma series. It is a gentle cleansing face wash, dry skin relief. Very thick, very creamy for like severely dry, itchy skin. It is. It's just, it's cocooning to the skin. It adds a lot of nourishment, a lot of moisture, calming, soothing. It's really lovely. And as a drugstore option, it's fantastic. Now, I didn't love the Dermalogica Special Cleansing Gel, but what I do love from Dermalogica, Pre-Cleanse Balm. Oh, this is such a good balm. It breaks, you know what I love about it? It breaks down so easily. I don't mind using a muslin cloth with some cleansing balms. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood to like get that and do the extra step. This rinses away beautifully just with water, and it's just a great slip to it. It's not too oily. It just feels very smooth like silk. Talking about silk, the new Slay by Drunk Elephant Melting Makeup Cleanser. I've had a lot of questions about this, my thoughts on it. I really do love it. It's very similar to a lot of cleansing balms that I've tried before. It's very thick texture, very stiff, thick texture. But what really impressed me was how my skin felt afterwards. It really did a great job of removing makeup, but afterwards my skin felt smoother than a lot of other cleansers that I use. Like, it was very bouncy. My skin felt very plump, very bouncy, very like invigorated. And I was like, whoa, like almost like I'd had a facial. So, I mean, I love a lot of Drunk Elephant products, and a lot of people like, you know, should I invest in this one? And I really have been enjoying it. And it has really blown away a lot of my other cleansing balms. Not this one. This one always will stay a tried and true, consistent favorite. Like my Elemis, the Colleen Rothschild cleansing balm, it's consistent. It never lets me down. It removes makeup. It rinses right away. My skin looks great afterwards. I never break out from it. It's just like I said, I have my serums that I love, my moisturizers that I love that just never let me down. They're consistent, and they may not be the most mind-blowing of my entire collection, but I will never be without them, like I said, because they're just consistent. They never let me down. I know I'm repeating myself a lot with that, but I can't stress that enough. The Amaura Cashmere Cleanser. It's exactly what it says. It's creamy, and it's like a creamy gel. It has like an amazing slip to it. If you love Amaura products, this is a glorious cleanser. Very hydrating, very soothing, and just, it feels wonderful. I mean, it's a very pricey cleanser, and there's a lot of other cleansers do similar things, but I know a lot of you love certain brands, and maybe you love luxury skincare, and so if you have been looking at this one from Amaura, it is beautiful. Another Amaura cleanser I love is the More Cream Cleanser. I don't always love mud-based cleansers because they can really, or mud masks and all that sort of thing, because they can just suck out, they'll suck out all the impurities, but I don't need them to suck out all the moisture from my skin. Like, thanks for taking out all the gunk from my skin, but now you've left my skin a dry mess. And Amaura, they make the Ultra More Mud Mask. Nope. That gets out all the impurities, gets out all the gunk, and leaves your skin still feeling hydrated and smooth. I don't know what magic's in there, but it's also in the cream cleanser. So this is a kind of a mud-based cleanser that really helps to decongest the skin, but it's creamy. So you're going to get a lot of moisture from it, and it's not going to suck the life out of your skin. Like the Pixi Glow Mud Cleanser, that just like sucks the life out of my skin. And afterwards, I'm like, okay, I need moisture, and then my skin looks just, no. A cleanser that I've been using for a long time. Everyone in the household uses this, with the exception of Miles. Stan loves this cleanser. My mom loves this cleanser. Great price point. Badescu Enzyme Gel Cleanser. It's a creamy gel cleanser. It has enzymes in it to help papaya and grapefruit infused formula. Helps to remove excess skin. excess oil and any dead skin. It's a light, gentle exfoliating cleanser. Nothing too harsh, but it's great. And especially if, you know, if the man in your life or a brother, a dad, or, you know, is not really big into skincare. Let's say I know a lot of men do watch my channel, and I know a lot of you guys are into skincare. So you are my peoples. But if you have men in your life that aren't into skincare, this is a great cleanser to get them because it's effective. It's really going to cleanse their skin, but it's not like there's no bells and whistles. And Stan likes the scent. He likes the simple packaging, and I can just like slide it into his shower, and he's like, I like this cleanser. It's just, and he doesn't even know. Sometimes I'll put cleansers in there, and he'll be like, oh, what is this? And I'm like, okay, let me go get you something that I know that you love, and you're not going to like fuss over. All right, moving on. Next, from Dermalogica, another cleanser that I like from them. Like I said, didn't like the gel, supposed to be cleansing gel, but I love that pre-cleanse balm, and I love their pre-cleanse. It's their cleansing oil. No muss, no fuss. Cuts through makeup great, cuts through oil, sunscreen, gunk on your face. It's a very thin, watery oil. So very lightweight, very easy to use. Just a good cleansing oil. The Origins Cleansing Makeup Removing Jelly. Do you guys remember Nude Makeup Omega Perfect Cleansing Jelly? Oh, those that have been with me for a long time. I used to review a lot of nude products, skincare products, and I know a lot of you love them too. I don't know really what happened with them, if they're overseas or whatever, but they used to be such a great brand. And they used to make this Omega cleansing jelly, and I was like obsessed with it. It was like this jelly texture, and it just removed makeup beautifully. And so this Origins one is very similar, and I love it. I love the price point, and it just melts away makeup very easily, and just a really great, but I love the texture. It's a great makeup remover, but the texture is what gets me. Another jelly cleanser that I love is the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. I like it. A lot of you are like, meh, doesn't really do it for me. Does it for me. It's creamy. I love the texture, like I said, and it does a great job at removing makeup. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but so many of these do the same things, but it's still, but we still want to see all of them. I know. And many of you are cleanser fans. Cleansers are probably my favorite products to test. And obviously I probably wouldn't have this many. Well, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have this many if I didn't do what I did for a living, but I do love to test cleansers. So when I'm trying a new brand, a new skincare brand, or if a brand reaches out to me and they want to send me something, I'm always like, send me a cleanser first, because it's a not huge commitment. I don't need 6 to 8 weeks to really fall in love with it, because cleansers, you see results pretty quickly within the first 1 or 2 washes. You're like, this is great, or what is this? And that's why, so when I'm trying a new skincare brand, I will start up with a mask or a cleanser first. The Tacha Deep Cleanse. Now this is a creamy jelly cleanser, and it has little exfoliating bits in it, but not too much. It's not really going to irritate your skin. Very few things, like nothing from Tacha ever irritates my skin. That's what I really love about them. But it does have little bits of scrubbies in it. So if that's not your thing, then I would stay away from that. The Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. Again, no muss, no fuss, consistent. I always go back to it, and it's a very lightweight gel cleanser. I feel like most skin types can use this and really benefit from it, and they will like it. So, but not earth-shattering, not my favorite gel cleanser of all times, but it's one that like I said, it's consistent for me, and when I go back to it, I'm like, oh, I like it. My skin always feels great when using it. Drunk Elephant Bestie Cleanser. This is their jelly cleanser, and I like this. This is what really made me fall in love with the brand. This is one of the first products that I really fell in love with from the brand. Well, I really fell in love with the baby facial too. That's really, there's a lot of Drunk Elephant products I like. I did an entire brand review video. I'll link that below so you can go and see what products from the brand I love, and some that I'm kind of like, I don't get it. It's not for me. But I love their jelly cleanser. Breaks down makeup really easily. Now, some cleansing balms that I have, I like, but I don't love. I'm anxious to try more stuff from his brand because I've heard really great things. But the Jordan Samuel After Show Balm Cleanser, it just didn't wow me. It was a little too thick, and I really had to work to get it off. Like, I needed a muslin cloth, and that was a little like, that kind of bugged me. Another cleansing balm that I don't have to work at to remove, and it's really fantastic. The Pharmacy Green Clean Melt Away Makeup Cleansing Balm. This is just easy cleansing balm. It's not too thick, not too oily. This is a cleansing balm that's great if you are new to cleansing balms and you don't want something too rich and oily, because I don't know, you're maybe like, I'm not used to that texture. I'm not used to like really rich oils yet. This is a nice, kind of a little bit firmer texture, but it does a great job at removing makeup. Another Pixi cleanser that I do really love is the Double Cleanse by Caroline Hyerin that she put out with Pixie. And there's a cleansing oil and a cleansing cream. So you use the cleansing oil first, the solid cleansing oil first, and then the cleansing cream. And this is a really great, great cleansing duo. And I love both equally. Someone asked me to compare it to the Drunk Elephant. I feel like the Drunk Elephant, it made my skin feel just a little bit better than this one. It was somewhat similar in texture, but there's a silkiness to the Drunk Elephant one that it has at the end that it's hard to describe, and it just gets me every time I use it. I'm like, how do I describe this? Because I know people want me to describe it. I'm like, I can't. It's just this silky smoothness that it has and that leaves my skin feeling after using it. So, now one of my favorite all-time cleansing balms, if you are a cleansing balm lover, you're like, give me the oils, give me the richness, give me the nourishment from my skin. And if you have dry skin, if you have oily skin, if you have skin in general, but you love cleansing oils and cleansing balms, the Emma Hardy Moringa cleansing balm, it's an old classic. It's a cult classic from the brand. It's a favorite. They're finally in the US. A lot of people used to have to order off of Cult Beauty because they do free international shipping over a certain amount, but it is now in the US. I believe I'll link where it's available. Well, it's available at Space NK, but also I think they were on QVC or Evine or something like that, and it's just glorious. And what's so amazing about it though is because it has such rich oils. Now I don't use that to remove makeup. I am not going to waste the glorious oils in that cleanser on removing makeup. That's for something else. I want all those oils to get onto my skin. Now that's a cleanser that I leave on for a minute or two, really let the amazing ingredients kind of, pamper my skin, nourish my skin, and then I rinse off or use a warm washcloth to remove, and it's just my skin, especially when my skin is very dry, very dehydrated, this is fantastic. The Paula's Choice Perfect Cleansing Oil, I still have it in the box. I've gone through countless numbers of these. This is it's a medium weight cleansing oil, does a good job of removing makeup, cuts right through, and it's just one that I go back to over and over again. I like it, it's consistent. It's not my favorite cleansing oil, but it's consistent. The Lom Traditional Cleanser, still a favorite. I do really love it. The gel balm is a little bit more of a love for me. This is like a slightly under love. It's not a like, but it's a little bit more than a like. And it gives, definitely, like I said, feel like it has a little bit more exfoliation, more of a deep cleanse than just the gel balm cleanser, which is very smooth and creamy. All right, the Tacha Harper Regenerating Cleanser. This was one of the first products that I tried from Tacha Harper. Was this the first? I think it was like the second product that I tried from her. Oh, love it. I don't like using an exfoliating cleanser daily, but this is one of the very few that when I first used it, I was like, oh, I could use this daily. And it does have little scrubbies in it, but it's very smooth and it's non-irritating. It's very gentle, but the base of the cleanser is still very creamy, so you're going to get that exfoliation mixed with that creaminess, so you'll get the moisture put back into your skin. It's lovely. It's one of her top selling products from her line, and with good reason. Now I love a lot of things from Jane Scrivener, but the Nourishing Cleanser, which is her cleansing balm, I like it, and it's very creamy and it is very nourishing, but it's a little bit harder to remove, so I do need a cleansing cloth or muslin cloth to remove it, much like the Jordan Samuel one. They're very similar in texture, and sometimes, like I said, I don't mind when I have one available to kind of really pamper my skin with. Like, let's say the Emma Hardy Moringa cleansing balm. I want to use a muslin cloth and really kind of, remove it, and I want it to be a little pampering experience, but I don't I don't want to have a muslin cloth in order to remove a cleanser, and sometimes that bothers me. Like I said, my skin feels great afterwards when using them, but if I'm in a rush or like I'm exhausted, I won't pull that cleanser out because I know I'm going to need it. I'm really going to have to work at removing it off the skin. Oh, the Colleen Rothschild Cocoa Bean Cleansing Balm. This is lovely. This is her newest cleansing balm that she launched, and it's a little, I feel like it's similar to her other one, but it's not as, it has like it's more creamy. It has like more of a slip to it. I feel like it was a little more exfoliating, but it's lovely. And if you really love her products, I know that you will love this cleansing balm that she launched, because it just, like I said, it's very, her stuff is very, it's consistent, no muss, no fuss. I always get good results with her products. Like, they just never let me down. All of them. The cleansers, any of the skincare products, the masks, the oils, oh, the intense hydrating mask. I've raved about that enough, and it probably will be my best of beauty for 2019, like a little sneak peek. Like, I already know because it's that good. I'll link it below, because if you have not tried her intense hydrating mask, if you need a good intense hydrating mask, which is what the name is, this is the mask for you. It's a shot of water, a shot of moisture for your skin, and it gets the job done. There's no frills, no muss, no fuss. It just gets the job done. You need it. Oh, last two. I know this is a long video. We knew this was going to be a long video. It's a collection video, so sorry if you needed to stop and get a snack or put me on pause and come back the next day. The Clé de Peau Cleansing Cream Oil. This is like a fluffy cloud. It's a cream that breaks down somewhat to an oil when you're removing, when you rub it into the skin with water, and it's fluffy and soothing, and it feels like a pillow on your skin. It's wonderful. I love a lot of Clé de Peau products, but not as much skincare. I haven't used a ton of skincare from them, but that cleanser is A++. And the Tacha Pure Cleansing Oil. Nice medium weight texture. Really, my mom loves this cleanser. She's loved it for a really long time, and I love it. Really does a good job of removing makeup. It nourishes the skin, really makes it feel soft and smooth. It's what I've come to know from Tacha. Her products are just exceptional, and I always get great results with them. I know many of you are going to ask, try to pull out your favorites. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to try, and I guarantee after I film this video, I'm going to be like, I don't know if that's really my favorite, but I'm just going to go with like what comes to mind first off, just looking at this table. My Amaura Cleansing Oil. Yep. Love it. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I have everything stacked up here. It's like Tetris. Kate Somerville Cold Cream Cleanser. Fantastic. The Drunk Elephant. Slay. It's good. The Colleen Rothschild, the regular cleansing balm, and then, where is it? My Elemis cleansing balm. I feel like those two fall in the category for me of like consistent. I'll never be without them. I always need to have a tub, and I just go back to it, and I don't even need to just grab it with my eyes closed and know it's going to get the job done. It doesn't mean I don't love all these other cleansers, but those stick out to me as ones that I have used for a very long time. I always go back to, and they just stick out in my mind as I wouldn't be without. Though there are a lot of these cleansers that I wouldn't be without either, but I like to give, like, I know a lot of you like me to like narrow it down to like a top 5 or a top 6. So those would be the ones that I would say I would never be without. And okay, that's it. I'm going to link everything I talked about down below, all of the cleansers in order of how I spoke about them. And then as always, I'll link my makeup. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below. What are your favorite cleansers? Let me know. Leave me all of them down below. I'd love to hear your recommendations, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.